Massive crash in China. Season ends in the Caribbean. Power and beauty in Palma. 60 seconds chrono. You're watching the Sailing Updates Destopnews. Welcome to the office. In Gingdao, China, sometimes keeping control can be risky and ends up with massive crashes. 10 seconds before the start of the last day, a big gust hit the fleet and prevents skipper Roman Hagara to bear away. Red Bull Sailing smashes into Alinghi. The collision is huge and the hull of Alinghi explodes under the impact. More fear than harm, nobody is hurt, and despite this terrible experience, Morgan Larsen, skippering the Swiss boat, wins the Chinese act and consolidates his leadership on the circuit. The Olympic waters of Gingdao has many surprises in store for Act 3 of the Extreme Sailing series. Light winds in the early races and very rough conditions for the last day. With 25 knots of wind and gusting 32, the 40s are extremely difficult to handle. Thanks to their consistency, the Swiss real team are able to reach the second step of the podium at the end of the event. Ending at the third place, the young and talented Emirates Team New Zealand remains in touch with the circuit's heavyweights. Replacing Dean Barker in Gingdao, Peter Burling keeps a cool head against the 2013 season's champion, the Wave Musket, finishing at a disappointing 4th place. The next Extreme Sailing series will be held in St. Petersburg, Russia. The Caribbean racing season is coming to an end with the 47th edition of the prestigious Antigua Sailing Week. Starting from English Harbour, located on the south coast, the competitors enjoy a festival of sail. The conditions are harsh during the last day with over 20 knots of wind. Some of the performances are noticeable. Tonnerre de Breskin and Pocket Rocket are competing for the famous Lord Nelson's trophy offered to the Oval Arena. The weather conditions suit the larger of the two boats. Thanks to great results, Tonnerre de Breskin wins the prestigious trophy and completes a fabulous sailing season. In CSA1, the Swan 65 Spirit wins ahead of the first 62 Merry Thoughts. In the bare boat, the Sun Odyssey 44 Sunsail wins convincingly against her sister ship, Keith Racing. The organizers of the 10th PalmaVela are constantly renewing, improving and developing the event. They bring together a wide variety of boats, from the Maxis boat to the ones for disabled sailors. The inshore and offshore courses allow the participants to really enjoy themselves on the water. For the first time, 9 Wallies are on the starting line and display an amazing show. They are part of the Big Boats Club and are an awesome sight of power and beauty. Magic Carpet Cube wins the ultimate and very complex 27 miles coastal race. In doing so, Sir Lindsay Owen-Jones wins the Castra PalmaVela ahead of Blue Magic. Niklas Zenström's new 72-footer Ran 5 wins the Mini Maxis class. Meanwhile, the TP52 Provenza finishes the job and confirms an IRC victory for the second year. Enterprise gets the win in the Vintage and Samurai the Classics. The international sailing news concentrated in 60 seconds is next. 400 competitors gather in Marseille for the Laser Europa Cup. In standard, Russian Maxim Nikolaev grabs the victory 2 points ahead of French Anthony Munoz. In the 156 radials, Roman Simoneau wins ahead of Mari Bolumode. Convincing victory in the Laser 4.7 for Italian Federico Fornacieri, leaving the Turkish Seref Unlu 23 points behind. A big crowd in Cannes for the International Spring Cup, the largest optimist regatta of the French coastline. Jean-Pierre Dick sponsors the event and shares his experience with the young sailors. Following 11 races, Tanguy Rouleau takes the victory ahead of Jim Vincent and Maxime Pedron. Jan Elias is the fastest of the 32 competitors racing in the solo Concano.
Sailing side by side, Jan Eliès, Adrian Hardy and Jeremy Bayou are having a great battle along the 340 miles course. The three leaders are literally together in the channel of Concarneau. Eliès crossed the line first, followed 20 seconds later by Hardy and 68 seconds by Bayou. Francis Joyon establishes the first reference time between Bordeaux and Rio de Janeiro for the Route de l'Amitié. Creating a link between France and Brazil, Francis's challenge is to promote the Brain and Spinal Institute. The maxi trimaran E-Deck takes 13 days, 3 hours, 5 minutes and 19 seconds to cover the 4,800 nautical miles long course.
Rendezvous next week, same time, same place. Until then, goodbye and fair sailing.